We'll call to order the City of Douglasville's regular council meeting for today, which is October the 16th. We'll have our invocation by Heather Korn of the City Manager's Office, and after that, the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Mayor Pro Tem Larry Yockey. Please stand for the invocation.
Good evening, Mayor Council. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you in prayer and praise this evening. We pray for your will for this meeting and the business of the City of Douglasville. We ask for your guidance, your grace, and for our mayor and council to be open and receptive to the direction in which you lead. We praise you for your provisions and blessings in our lives, for your word that is always true, and for your Son who allows us to walk in your presence and have eternal life. Let the Holy Spirit be with us tonight, keep us safe in our travels home, and we thank you for always loving us, protecting us, providing for us, and walking with us. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Mayor Pro Tem, for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and Ms. Korn for rendering that invocation. We appreciate it. We have announcements and presentations, and I will go through the protocol, and then we will go to that agenda item. I'll ask that you would please silence your cell phones or electronic devices that you may have this evening so they will not be disruptive during the meeting. Put those in silent mode, or you can turn those off just while we're here. This is a voting meeting. It'll go pretty quickly, so how we will handle that is the committee chair will handle their item and make a motion to the full council to vote on those items. You do not need to come back and present information on agenda items if they have already been discussed on last Thursday's meeting, which was a work session. We ask that one person will speak at a time. There is a form that you should have filled out to present to our city clerk if you'd like to speak. And that is for the record. We need your name and address for the record if you're going to give comments. If the agenda items that you're here to talk about are not listed, there is a portion at the end of the meeting for citizens and delegates, and we welcome you to come to the podium at that time and give us your comments. Okay. So, as is stated on the agenda for tonight, we have a presentation, and it's a proclamation declaring the month of October 2017 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the City of Douglasville. And it's going to be given to Ms. Teresa Smith, Executive Director of Share House. If you come forward, Ms. Teresa, I will read the proclamation, and then we will present it to you. It's good to see you this evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whereas domestic violence is widespread and is devastating to society as a whole. And when a family member is abused, it can have long-term damaging effects on the victim that also leave a mark on family and friends and the community at large. Whereas the problem of domestic violence is not confined to any group or groups of people, but crosses all economic, racial, gender, educational, religious, and societal barriers, and is sustained by society's indifference. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity for systemic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economical control or abuse, survivors should have help to find the compassion, comfort, and healing that they need, and domestic abusers should be punished to the full extent of the law and should have access to medical and legal services, counseling, emergency shelter, and other supportive services so that they can escape the cycle of abuse. Whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting individuals and society as a whole, not being a private family matter, but a crime, punishable in a court of law, the consequences of which reach devastating effects on the community that will escalate into frequency the severity and intervention if it does not occur for help. The board recognizes that Share House, Inc. has served the needs of battered women and children in this county for the past 27 years. with a commitment to provide services to victims and educate the community in the complexity of domestic violence. Now, therefore, I, Rochelle Robinson, Mayor of the City of Douglasville, do hereby commend Share House for its services in advocacy and domestic violence-free community, and do hereby declare October 2017 to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the City of Douglasville. Ms. Teresa, could you give us the what Share House, the acronym, stands for, the SHA?
Someone helping another through education and resources.
Very good. So that's a whole lot of words to say thank you for helping women and children that suffer from domestic violence and helping them to get to a close place for shelter and to be serviced. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
We appreciate the council recommending October as being Domestic Violence Awareness Month. There are so many issues associated with domestic violence in our community. Sadly, we have to be here for that purpose, but we're glad we do have a safe environment for victims and the supportive services necessary. Share House in its annual programming, we are having our annual candlelight vigil this Thursday at 7:00 p.m. at Heritage Baptist Church, and it is open to the public.
Yes, ma'am. It's a wonderful service. I attended last year.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So, Council, I'll ask that you come around and we present this to Ms. Teresa, and we'll take a picture with her. Thank you so much, council members, and we appreciate Ms. Teresa coming in again from Share House to accept the proclamation. I open the floor for minutes of the legislative work session of September 28th, 2017, and the regular meeting of October 2nd, 2017.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Thank you. I have a motion. Is there a second? Second motion. Thank you so much. Properly moved in second to approve the minutes of the legislative work session of September 28th, 2017, and the regular meeting of October 2nd, 2017. All of those in favor of approving the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Open the floor for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you so much. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
Second that motion.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. It's been properly moved in second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Are there any questions or comments as relates to the approval of the consent agenda? All of those in favor of approving the agenda item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved. Now we'll move on to item 7, which is Public Safety Committee, and that's chaired by Councilman Samuel Davis.
No items at this time, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilman. We'll move on to item 8, Community and Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Councilman Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under that committee.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. Okay, you have a big one coming up. Planning and Development Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have several items tonight under Planning and Development. We'll start with item 22-17-58. That is to consider a request for revised plat approval for Sunset Hospitality Group for the purpose of a division of property to create a lot being 2.08 acres at 1270 Thornton Road in land lot 679, District 18, Section 2, Parcel 1. The application by Yasit Patel, Shiv Thornton Hotel, LLC. Is there anyone here to speak on behalf, thank you, on behalf of this item? Is there any other information that needs to be provided to council concerning this item? Okay, I understand in speaking with Mr. Mettler and with our planning and zoning group, this is a property line correction. It does not affect any surrounding parcel as to its usability or lack thereof. And it does not have any other impact on any other property that we know of. And I believe I'm correct in saying that. Is that correct, Ms. Wright? Okay. Having said that, item 2217-58, I make a motion to approve.
Second?
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-58. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving the item, please say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Those opposed, say nay. Thank you. Item 22-17-58 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Next item, 22-17-59. Consider a request for revised plat approval for Presley Place for the purpose of relocating a property line between lots 2 and 3 for 6.797 acres at 5321 and 5323 Presley Place in land lot 79, District 1, Section 5, parcels 46 and 47, application by Karen Hudson Swartz. The applicant was here on Thursday night. She requested that she not be required to be here, and at that time, I believe we had asked all our questions and our concerns of her at that time. So is there any other question or comment of council concerning this or any other comment? If not, I'll make a motion to approve item 2217-59.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve 22-17-59. Do I have a second?
Second?
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve 22-17-59. The chairman has already asked if there are any additional questions. I didn't see anyone raise any questions, so all of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it unanimously. Item 22-17-59 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Next item, 22-17-60. Consider a request for revised plat approval for Ruby Riley for the purpose of adding .612 acres to Tract 1 for a total of 3.166 acres at a vacant lot off Camp Street in land lot 20, District 1, Section 5, parcel 158. Application was signed by Ms. Ruby Riley. I think I see Ms. Riley here. If there are any questions that anyone has for her, or if she has any other information that she would like to provide to the council, that would be welcomed at this time. If not, okay. I will make a motion to approve item 22-17-60.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-60. Are there any additional questions or comments of Ms. Riley or the chair about this issue? Thank you. I don't see any. All of those in favor of approving item 22-17-60, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Ayes have it for approval. Item 22-17-60 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're
We'll move on to item 22-17-61. Consider a petition to annex 35.84 acres at Summer Lake Road in land lot 166, District 1, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by Rooker Riverside LLC. I see Mr. Cardoza here. If there's any question that anyone might have, I know we had a public hearing on Thursday night. Is there any question of the applicant at this time? One question I would just want to reiterate, was there any problem with the county as to the request to annex? Ms. Wright, was there any hesitancy or any problem with that? Ms. Littlefield, did you have any comment?
No, sir, the county did not object.
Okay, thank you. Having heard that, then I'll make a motion to approve item 22-17-61.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Who did the second? Quick draw.
Sure.
Mr.
Wasn't me.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sam.
Okay. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-61 without any objection from the county for annexation. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council members? Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving item 22-17-61, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-61 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move on to item 22-17-62. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a change in zoning, LIC Light Industrial with conditions / county, and RA Residential Agricultural / county to DCD Design Concept Development with a base zone of IL Light Industrial District for 35.84 acres at Summer Lake Road, Land Lot 166, District 1, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by Rooker Riverside LLC. This is a public hearing, so we will give ample time for any new information. This is the second hearing. We held one on Thursday night. So if there are any comments that the applicant would like to make in addition to what was heard on Thursday night, we would welcome that, or anyone else that may be here to support this application. Please come forward. Seeing none, is there anyone here that would be in attendance tonight that would want to oppose this application? If so, please come forward. Okay, seeing none, then I will close the public hearing and ask if there are any other questions or comments of council.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, go
I
ahead,
want
Mr.
to
Siegel.
point out that the ordinance that is attached to this item does specify the incorporation of the restrictions that exist on the rest of the property already in the city owned by Rooker. So this parcel annexed in would have the same zoning as the rest of their property.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Siegel, and we'll address that in our motion. Yes, sir. Anyone else? Okay, seeing no other, I will make a motion then on item 22-17-62 to approve that agenda item with a special stipulation that the property be subject to substantially the same development stipulations as those for the existing East Hill Business Park. I'll make that motion.
Thank you. It's been properly moved to approve item 22-17-62 with the aforementioned stipulations by the chair. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-62 with the special stipulations as read by the chair. Are there any additional questions or comments as relates to this item? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-62 is approved with the slip.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Next item, 22-17-63. Consider a request for an amendment to the City of Douglasville's future land use plan from Commerce Center County to mixed-use design for 35.84 acres at Summer Lake Road in Land Lot 166, District 1, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by Rooker Riverside LLC. This is a continuation of the previous two items that we must do in order to include it then as an amendment in our future land use plan, since it has not been in our land use plan as a county property in the past. I will make a motion that we approve item 22-17-63.
Thank you. It's been a motion to approve item 22-17-63, adding this item to the future land use plan. Do I have a motion? Is there a second? Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-63. Are there any additional questions or comments from council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-63 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Next item G, item 22-17-64. Consider a petition to annex 0.9 acres at 2620 Bright Star Road in Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. I see that the representative from the for the applicant is here. Is there anything that would need to be added to that? Please come forward. None? Okay. Is there any comment from council, input from council at this time? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 22-17-64.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-64. Are there any additional questions or comments second time around from the council members? Thank you. All of those in favor of approving item 22-17-64, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-64 is adopted.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move on to item H, 2217-65, hold a public hearing and consider a request for a change in zoning R-LD Low Density Residential County to IL Light Industrial District for 0.9 acres at 2620 Bright Star Road in Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 2. Application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. Again, this being a public hearing, I would ask that if the applicant's representative has any new information to provide and would come forward with that at this time, or if there's anyone else to speak in support of this application, please come forward. Seeing none, is there anyone here that would be in attendance in order to oppose this application? Please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing for that item. Is there any comment or question of council? Seeing none, I'll then make a motion to approve item 22-17-65.
Thank you. It's been properly moved to approve. Thank you. I have a motion and a second to approve item 22-17-65 without any additional comments from Attorney Fowler. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-65 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move on to item 22-17-66. And again, we are considering a request for an amendment to the City of Douglasville's future land use plan from workplace center in the county to light industrial for 0.90 acres at 2620 Bright Star Road, Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. Any comment prior to a motion concerning this item? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve 22-17-66.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-66 to include this item to the future land use plan. Are there any additional questions or comments? Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-66 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move on to item 22-17-67. Consider a petition to annex 1.00 acres at 2554 Bright Star Road, Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 1. Application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. This, again, is the second meeting concerning this, our voting meeting concerning the item to annex 1 acre into the city, another part of the previously zoned and now under development parcel. I believe Mr. Fowler, the representative, had told us that this was two corner lots on Wood Road, I think where Wood Road intersected Bright Star. This is the second corner that would then be incorporated into the project if approved. Any comment of council or question? Seeing none, I make a motion then to approve item 22-17-67.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve 22-17-67.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-67 without any opposition from the county for annexation. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-67 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move on to item 22-17-68. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a change in zoning, R-LD, Low Density Residential County to IL Light Industrial District for 1.00 acres at 2554 Bright Star Road, Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 1. Application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. Again, this is a public hearing. If there's any new information that the applicant or the representative would like to present, please come forward. Is there anyone else in attendance that would speak in support of the item? And if not, is there anyone here that would speak in opposition to this item? Seeing none, again, I will close the public hearing, and I will place item 22-17-68 in the form of a motion for approval.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. We have it's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-68. Are there any additional questions or comments? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-68 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move to item 22-17-69. Consider a request for an amendment to the City of Douglasville's future land use plan from Workplace Center County to Light Industrial for 1 acre, 1.00 acres at 2554 Bright Star Road in Land Lot 163, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 1. Application by SL Bright Star 3 LLC. This again is a change in our future land use plan in that we have annexed the property in, and now we need to make sure that the City of Douglasville's future land use plan is in line with the use. Is there any question or comment of council? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve item 22-17-69.
I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-69 to make this item congruent with our future land use plan. Are there any additional questions or comments from council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it for approval. Item 22-17-69 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll move
Welcome.
to item 22-17-70. Hold a public hearing and consider a request for a special land use permit for a mixed-use dwelling for property zone CBD Central Business District for .03 acres at 6671 Church Street and 8436 O'Neill Plaza in Land Lot 17, District 1, Section 5E, Parcel 16 and 17. Application by Chad P. Properties, LLC. This is a public hearing, therefore we need to have the applicant come forward and present any new information, speaking in support, and then anyone else that might be here to speak in support of the application, please come forward. Seeing none, is there anyone here that would speak in opposition to this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Are there any questions that the council may have concerning this item? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve item 22-17-70.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-70 for the former Dr. Robinson's building. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-70 is approved.
Item 22-17-71, hold a public hearing and consider a request for a special land use permit for an automobile storage lot for property zoned IL Light Industrial for .9 acres at 2454 Bright Star Road, Land Lot 190, District 2, Section 5, Parcel 2, application by Mr. James M. Franklin. This is a public hearing, and if we have any new information, I see that Mr. Franklin is here. Mr. Franklin would like to supply any additional information in support of the application, please come forward. Or if anyone else would like to speak in support of this item, please come forward. Is there anyone here that would speak in opposition to the item? Seeing none, then I'll close the public hearing, and I'll ask if there are any questions that council may have concerning this item. Just like to make sure everyone knows this is a renewal. And I understand there's been no problem. Mr. Franklin is the owner of the property, so there will be no limit or no renewal time required on this item. Item 22-17-71, I will make a motion for approval.
Thank you so much. I have a motion to approve item 22-17-71 for Mr. Franklin without any renewal since he's a property owner. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-17-71. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Those who want to oppose, nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-71 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And
Welcome.
last but not least, item
And then-
22-17-72, hold a public hearing and consider a request for a special land use permit for health services facility for property zone CN Neighborhood Commercial District for .46 acres at 8641 Doris Road, Land Lot 50, District 1, Section 5, Parcel 114, application by Shivander Dykes. If the applicant is here and would like to speak with any additional information in favor of the application, please come forward. Or if there's anyone else here that would like to speak in support of the application, please come forward. If not, is there anyone here that would speak in opposition to this application? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing portion, and I'll ask if there are any questions or comments of council concerning the item.
Chairman, I do have a question. Is there a special land use permit time frame for this application?
This being an initial, I would assume there would be a one-year time frame normally. Is that correct, Ms. Littlefield?
Council's pleasure.
Okay. This being a lease, is the applicant here? Is the representative? Would you mind coming forward, ma'am? I just had a couple of questions concerning this, maybe to clarify for Madam Mayor. If you would, please identify yourself for the folks viewing it with your name and address for the record.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Shavonda Dykes, 3677 Arrowhead Place, Douglasville, 30135.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dykes, for being here. The question has been presented, does there need to be a time limit on our special land use permit for this item? You currently have a lease or are signing a lease on the property, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Would you mind telling us what the expiration date of your lease is?
The lease expiration date is July 2018, and it will be renewed annually.
July 2018. Okay, that would mean that within less than a year, then she would have to come back for a renewal. Is that correct? Okay. Okay. What I'm trying to do and what I'm hoping we can do is streamline this to where we would have this be for a time certain, since you are a tenant there and you're not the owner of the property.
That would be appreciated.
But at the same time, you not have to come back in less than a year. So is there any input or any question that council or Madam Mayor might have concerning what we do in this point?
Could we have the special stipulation for a year? Is that inappropriate because we're not certain if she will sign the lease again? Will it be null and void if she decides not to stay in this facility?
Any of those expiration dates would be valid.
Any dates would be valid. My recommendation would be for a year. It's up to you, Mr. Chairman. I don't know if the council members had any other comments.
One possibility is, say, for a year unless she vacates the property before that.
Okay.
No, we need a date certain so that
specific
it'll
date.
show on the face of the document.
Okay. Scratch that then.
So then if we made this for a time certain being year end December 31st, 2018, then at that time we would know whether or not she had signed a new lease, and then we could then look at it again at that time and then make a decision as to whether we want to renew it, depending upon what's gone on. Would that be something that would seem to be acceptable?
Be in sync with the lease agreement.
After that?
Perfect. Yeah.
After that. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion then on, I'm sorry, it is a public hearing. Let me make sure that I don't leave anyone out, and I think I've already closed that portion of it, correct? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Dykes, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Item 2217-72, I'll make a motion to approve with a time certain that this special land use permit would be renewed or be renewable December 31st, 2018.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve item 22-17-72 with a special land use permit as mentioned by the chair for an expiration date of December 31st, 2018. I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 22-17-72 with aforementioned special stipulations. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-72 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. That's all we have under that committee.
Ooh, you made it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on to Parks and Recreation Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under Parks and Recreation.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll move on to Finance Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem Larry Yaki.
Yes, I have 5 items. The first item tonight is item number 24-17-37, adopt an ordinance to amend the City of Douglasville's fiscal year 2016-2017 GEMA, which is GEMA, flood fund budget. I make a motion to approve item 24-17-37.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve item 24-17-37 for the amendment for the Georgia Emergency Management Association Flood Fund budget. Do I have any, can I have a second? Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 24-17-37. Are there any additional questions or comments from council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. Item 22-17-37 is approved.
My second item is item number 24-17-38. Adopt an ordinance to amend the City of Douglasville's fiscal year 2016-2017 Conference Center Construction Fund budget. I make a motion to approve item 24-17-38.
Thank you. It's been properly, I have a motion to approve item 24-17-38. Open the floor for a second.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 24-17-38 for the Conference Center Construction Fund budget. Are there any additional questions or comments from council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it. Item 24-17-38 is approved.
My third item is item number 24-17-39. Adopt an ordinance to amend the City of Douglasville's fiscal year 2016-2017 Capital Road Fund budget. I make a motion to approve item 24-17-39.
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 24-17-39, which is the Capital Road Fund budget for 2016-2017, to make an amendment. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving item 24-17-39, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Nay. The ayes have it. Item 24-17-39 is approved.
My fourth item is 24-17-40. Adopt an ordinance to amend the City of Douglasville's fiscal year 2016-2017 General Fund Bond Issuance Budget. I make a motion to approve item 24-17-40.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. The floor is open. I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 24-17-40 with the general fund bond issuance budget. Are there any additional questions or comments from council members? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. The ayes have it. Item 24-17-40 is approved.
And my final item is 24-17-41.
Your screen went off. Adopt an ordinance approving.
Blocked.
I see that thing on there.
Adopt an ordinance approving the fiscal year 2016-2017 OPEB fund budget. I make a motion to approve item 24-17-41.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve item 24-17-41. Is there a second?
Point of order, Madam Mayor, our screen seems to be blocked by
Frozen.
Mine is
previous
still.
vote, so I cannot put in a second.
Okay, and while we're getting that straightened out, what's the acronym OPEB stand for? Ms. Wright or Madam City Manager?
Other post-employment benefits.
Okay. Other
Post-employment benefits, this specifically has to do with insurance for
Insurance.
retirees.
Okay, that's your committee. That's good.
Health insurance.
Are we going to, what do you want us to do? Move on? We still can't vote?
Yeah, we're here.
Council members can't vote.
I just love it.
Technology. The motion was made by the chair and the second by Mr. Councilman Adams, but he wasn't able to punch it in. Thank you. It won't refresh. Try to refresh the screen.
Oh, okay.
And then rejoin. I know that's right.
We
Know your
have some
change
intermission music.
Before they give it to you at the grocery store, you have to know it yourself.
Okay, so we made the motion, okay? And Richard who did the second
Councilman Adams,
part?
did it go through? Councilman Adams? Okay, it's been properly moved and second to approve item 24-17-41. All of those in favor, are there any additional questions or comments outside of the iPads? Okay, all of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. Item 24-17-41 is approved.
And that's all I have for finance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Finance Chair, Mayor Pro Tem. We'll move on to item 12, which is Information and Technology Committee, and that's chaired by Councilman Richard Siegel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight.
Thank you so much. We'll move on to Maintenance and Sanitation. See, the Vice Chair is Councilman Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is item 26-17-18. Authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with AECom Technical Services Incorporated for architectural and engineering services for the city's maintenance building and office building renovation project. I was here on Thursday night. I did not see, there was discussion. I did not see any reason to have any further discussion, but if there is other questions or comments of council, I'll entertain that. If not, I'll make a motion to approve 26-17-18.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve 26-17-18. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 26-17-18, reiterating if there are any questions or comments from council members. Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it for approval. Item 26-17-18 is approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. That's all we have.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vice Chair. We'll move on to Transportation Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Dr. LaShawn Verdanley.
No items tonight under transportation. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome. We'll move on to Personal and Organization Committee. That's chaired by Councilman Richard Siegel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have one item that's not on the pre-printed agendas, but we should all have it on our iPads if we've refreshed. That is item 28-17-26, to authorize the payment of expenses for flight travel for the mayor and council members to attend the 2017 National League of Cities and for the mayor to attend the RLI training for ARC. We discussed this in committee, and that's why we decided to put it on the agenda at the last minute, because these trainings are actually coming up. The way the ordinance is currently written is that flight travel wouldn't be automatically approved for these types of training. We previously approved council members going to the National League of Cities, so we're not really approving that. We're just approving them to take flight, take
Yes,
an
sir.
airplane instead of driving, if that's how they choose to go.
Yes, sir.
So I will put this forward in the form of a motion to approve item 28-17-26.
Second?
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 28-17-26. Are there any additional questions or comments?
I do have a question,
Yes, Mr.
Madam Mayor,
Chairman.
specifically for the RLI training in ARC, and I was wondering, does the ARC provide a mileage reimbursement to participants?
Not if you drive a city vehicle.
Okay.
So, but it isn't RLI, it's just the Atlanta Regional Board of Commissioners Board Training.
Oh, so we have the wording on here.
Yeah,
incorrect?
RLI was last week.
Okay, so regional board training.
Yes, sir.
Got it. So,
Mr. Chairman, I just have one question about the potential ordinance change down the line. I know we're not discussing that tonight, but will there be discussion on that in committee prior to any changes to the ordinance?
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I also have a question.
Yes.
Well, go ahead if you wanted to address that first.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
going to follow up on the mayor's comments, how if you're driving your personal vehicle, then they would
Yes, sir.
reimburse that. Would that same mileage amount then apply towards the flight? Could they reimburse us at least partially for the cost of the flight?
I'm not certain. I can find out, but I don't know.
Okay,
But I can find out for you, and I'll make a report to the council for that.
thank you.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Chairman, one last thing. I'm sorry to interrupt again, but maybe you could point out why we're doing what we're doing. She's flying as opposed to driving because of the back-to-back meetings.
I'll let the participants explain that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, prior to the mayor, you mentioned the National League of Cities. I will not be flying during that time. I'll be driving. Thank you.
And I will not be flying. I'll be driving my own vehicle.
But the option is there because the training was approved. In the ordinance for myself, to address the ordinance, it did not say the flight was approved. It just said travel. And so because it didn't intentionally or specifically say airfare, we had to bring that before the council.
And flying would be preferable to driving in this instance because?
Oh, yes, sir, because it's what is the weekend? Veterans Day weekend. And I have training Wednesday through Friday, and we have our opening of our Memorial Honor Garden in Hunter Park on that Saturday. So I'd rather, I would just help with rest to be able to fly rather than drive the 6 hours. Because I mentioned for RLI, I did that last week. I'd driven to Savannah and presented until 6 p.m. that night, drove back and didn't get back until about 11-ish, and had to be in a meeting at the courthouse at 8:30 the next day. So it was just,
I
it was a
don't
lot.
think we want the mayor falling asleep during remarks at the Veterans Day event at the
We're excited
Honor
about
Garden.
that Memorial Garden, Veterans Day Memorial Garden, so just to have that option.
Mr. Chair, just want to make sure the item that you've read, and I don't really know how to address this except just to ask the question. There was some question as to the wording 2017 RLR training for ARC. Is that correct wording or incorrect?
That is incorrect. It's actually a board, what was that?
Atlanta
Madam Mayor?
Regional Commission Board, annual board training.
Annual board training.
That was one thing I wanted to note. I don't know what the protocol would be concerning that, but we did not also, we didn't mention, and I appreciate Councilwoman Verdanley and Councilman Davis mentioning that they would not be flying. I want to make sure that this does not set a precedent. I understand the position that it places our mayor in for flight travel at this time, but I think that we're handling it the proper way to bring it forward on an itemized basis to make that request. I just want to make sure that this does not set a precedent, that this is something that would be assumed. And I go back to my question, how do we handle, Ms. Littlefield, the fact that this is not the correct wording? What do we do?
Please withdraw your second and your motion and make a new motion.
I will withdraw my, I don't recall being the one that seconded this, first of
I
all.
actually second it.
Thank you.
And then I withdraw my original motion, so then I should reread it with the proper wording.
Please do.
Okay, then item 28-17-26 is to authorize the payment of expenses for flight travel for the mayor to attend the 2017
Atlanta Regional Commission Annual Board Training.
the 2017 National League of Cities and the Atlanta Regional Commission Annual Board Training. And that, I put that forth in a form of a motion for approval.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve item 28-17-26 as read by Chairman, Councilman
And
Richard Siegel.
And second it.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second to approve item 28-17-26 with the corrections as read by the chair and second by Councilman Yaki. Are there any additional questions or comments as relates to this item?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I did have one other, and I apologize
sir.
for not
No
asking. Are we placing limits? Are we placing limitations on the flight? Are we basically signing a blank check on the level of flight? I know it's probably going to be a relatively short-term time frame you have in order to purchase that ticket.
Yes, sir.
So my question for the council is this basically going to be a first-class ticket? Is it going to be a coach ticket? Is it, how are we going to control or how are we going to authorize this?
Well, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Adams, I would say, from talking with the city manager and looking at what the employees for the city, they look at the flight that is most economical, and they do a comparison for driving or flying. To St. Simon's, the flight is, if you were to pay mileage, is 200 and some, I don't know the exact miles, but the flight and the travel, driving is very close.
Thank you.
For that flight, but it
Good
wouldn't be a
point.
first-class ticket or anything like that. It's
Good
just,
point.
yes, sir. And I did check with other commissioners and chair and mayors in the region. The majority of those members are flying to St. Simon's.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Madam City Manager, did you want to say anything about that?
Just the average cost of those flights are $323 round trip.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Just to assure, Madam Mayor, that everything's covered, are you going to be okay from going from the airport to your destination?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
I have a recommendation for a Uber or something. It's $25, and I can. Yes, ma'am. I'll be fine. Thank you for your concern. I appreciate it. Any additional questions or comments? Thank you. Not seeing any. All of those in favor of approving item 28-17-26, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. We appreciate your patience in trying to get this item remedied, and we're working through our ordinances and trying to make those mirror for what makes sense, for the body.
And it shows a good reason why we don't add things to the agenda at the last second. So
Yes,
no other
sir.
items tonight, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
I appreciate that. All right, we'll move on to Education and Training Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
At this time, Madam Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other business to come before council tonight?
Point of order, Madam Mayor, I believe you skipped item 16.
I did. Ordinance and Intergovernmental Committee, I did. And thank you so much, Mr. Adams. Ordinance and Intergovernmental Committee, Vice Chair, Dr. LaShawn Burdanley.
No items, Madam Mayor.
Thank you so much. So we'll go back to item 18. Any other business to come before council tonight? Thank you. Not seeing any. 19, our city attorney, Mr. Joel Dotson.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dotson. Chief Assistant City Attorney, Ms. Susan Littlefield.
Madam Mayor, for the executive session tonight, you may adjourn into that session.
Okay.
No other business.
Thank you so much, Attorney Littlefield. That isn't the chief over there. How are you?
Good, Madam Mayor. We do have one event this Saturday, Jesse Davis Park from 10 to 2 is going to be Lunch with a Cop. It's co-hosted by the West Metro NAACP, the Police Department, and the Sheriff's Department. There's going to be free food. I believe they're grilling, as well as some giveaways and some games.
You're okay with saying cop?
I didn't title it myself, but that's what it's called.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. JD. We're good to see you back.
Thank you.
Sending our prayers your way. Thank you so much. So we'll
Madam
make sure
Mayor,
that we attend. Yes,
Can
sir.
Major Davidson also fill us in on how things went on Saturday?
Yes, please. At the Fall Festival, it was well attended.
We had a huge turnout. It was bigger. It gets bigger every year.
Yes, sir.
I think we had 60 or so vendors this year.
Wow.
Helicopter, and there was hundreds and hundreds of people came during the event.
Yeah, Facebook pictures are really, really nice on social media. And we thank you so much, Councilman Siegel, for attending the tent the entire time. I know some of us were in and out as elected officials, but we appreciate you staying the entire time representing the city elected officials. Thank you so much, Mr. Davison. Okay, we'll move on to City Manager, Ms. Marcia Hampton.
Yes, ma'am. Just to remind you all that we do have a fifth Monday this month, so of November. Also, this week at 4 p.m. on Thursday, we will have our groundbreaking for O'Neill Plaza. So some of you may have seen some of the work being done. So we hope to see you all as well as some of our viewing audience there. Also, just to remind you all that from 2 o'clock to approximately 4:45 this afternoon, you did hear from 3 presenters regarding a pay and compensation study for the city. I just ask that you consider what you heard, give your feedback to the committee chair. We will have that item to vote on at your next round of meetings so that he will have an informed recommendation when we get ready to vote. Also, just to let you guys know, today is Boss's Day, so thank you all for being such a wonderful boss. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hampton. Is it chili cook-off weekend? Okay, it's chili cook-off weekend, yes. Chili cook-off weekend as well. They're going to be the inaugural group for the new plaza that we have our groundbreaking on Thursday. Okay, comments from citizens and delegates. The floor is open to make any comments that you would like. Come on forward. You've endured till the end of the meeting. So please come forward and give your name and address for the record, and hopefully you have filled out the forms to give to our city clerk. Okay. How you doing, Ms. Tamara?
8665 Wolf Creek Drive, Winston, Georgia, 30187.
Yes, ma'am.
Emily Leitner, representing Cultural Arts Council, 8652 Campbellton Street, Douglasville, Georgia, 30134.
Yes, ma'am.
So, of course, we're really excited because we have our 21st annual chili cook-off
Wow.
this Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. on the newly renovated O'Neill Plaza. So we're very excited about it. Everything looks like it's coming along great. And we have our wonderful sponsors, John Bleakley Ford, Georgia Power, and Chapel Hill News and Views. We have a lot of great things going on, and a lot of great businesses, politicians, and nonprofits like Share House participating with us this year. They're all helping us raise a lot of funds for our arts education programs that we do here throughout our community. So we really appreciate everybody and encourage everybody to come out this weekend to be there and help support us. We have a lot of other things with our costume contest too.
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
We've been working together for a very long time on this, and we're just thrilled to death that it's finally here.
I know it.
Holy cow. And the plaza's going to be ready. I mean, it
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
get any better. We appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's going to be the same costume contest as last year, adding in the adult contest to bring in some of the race attendees.
Mm-hmm.
All of our gift cards have been donated by local companies. We had a lot of donations this year versus the cultural arts. That is an expense. We aim to do that every year, cut the costs, more funding. We always like that. At this point, we're good to go. We're ready to get all the logistics started and plaza marked, and looking forward to trying out the new plaza.
And we're
Very
also
good.
completely booked for this chili cook-off as
Oh,
well. so
great.
we're excited.
That was the question I was going to ask.
Yes.
How well did you do? So
Yes, yep.
very good.
Very good. Now you have a chili competition too, don't you?
Yes, we have
Okay.
best tasting, most sold, spiciest, and then we also do a best presentation for booths. I believe it was the year before last, the Georgia House of Realtors, they were out there like at 4 o'clock building a house.
Wow.
And of course, they won best presentation, so it's always fun to see what people come up with and taste the chili.
And Councilman Adams won last year. I believe
Yeah,
his
that's-
wife won. It was a
Yep.
great booth.
Thank
He
you.
won for best presentation.
Thank you.
Any other additional questions or comments from council members as relates to Chili Cook-Off, this great community event, the 21st time that we're having it? Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Cultural Arts
Thank you.
Council. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Also, Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'd like that, we have a great representative from the NAACP here tonight, and I'd like for him to come down and give us an update on the big event.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so this is the cop, lunch with the cop. Okay. Please state your name and
Good
address for the
evening.
record.
I'm Greg White. My address is 3591 Guinevere Trace, Douglasville, Georgia,
Yes, sir.
30135. Been in the area about 4 years, and on behalf of the West Metro NAACP, we are still getting off the ground, and so I'm here to talk about or to address membership, sponsorship, and involvement. As always, when you're an infant in any business, it's always hard to get take that first step. So we're still trying to get our steps going, and we need your help. We need your help in your sponsorships. We need your help in your memberships, and we certainly want you to involve. We are collaborating regularly with the Douglasville Police Department. Chief Sparks has been a wonderful asset for us, and also Sheriff Pounds has been We're collaborating with him and also with our local DA, Brian Faulkner. We're trying to do some things in order to better and enhance our community, and we're here to serve, and we really appreciate the opportunity to stand before you, Mayor Robinson, and let you know that we are here. And again, we're seeking memberships. We're seeking sponsorships, and we're seeking involvement. So we appreciate if you could help us. We will be there Saturday. Saturday's a busy day.
It is a busy day.
There's about 4 or 5 things going on, but we're going to try to make most of them. So just like most of you, you're always on a busy schedule, and I'm volunteering. So when you volunteer, you're always busy if you want to be. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I certainly look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Thanks.
Mr. White, I have one question. When is the meeting date?
The meeting date is the second Tuesday of every month. Chief Sparks has been gracious enough to allow us to use the Community Activity Center at 80
Hollis Street.
Oh, it's on Hollis Street, 8304. But it's on Hollis Street,
Yes,
which
sir.
is not very far from here.
Yes, sir.
And so we invite you to come out to see what we're doing, and perhaps you will get involved with us. And so please, second Tuesday every month, 6:30. Second Tuesday every month, 6:30, without fail.
Also, Mr. Ward, it's in our district, and it's open every Monday from 12 to 6, the community center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. They were there today. All right. Any other questions?
Thank you,
Again, thank
Councilman
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for coming and addressing us. We appreciate your volunteerism and service in the community. Okay, we have a staff report concerning annual flu shots. Who's going to handle that? That's Miss Tia. You've endured too, Miss Tia. Our Human Resource Director.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tia Austin, Human Resources, City of Douglasville, 6695 Church Street. We want to invite you out and the rest of our employees out on Tuesday, October 31st, for our annual flu shots that will be administered by Blue Cross Blue Shield, our healthcare provider. We'll have 2 sessions on that day, starting at 9 a.m. at the police community building. I'm sorry, not the community building, but inside the police department. I think we're in the patrol conference room, but we'll verify that. And then a second session in the afternoon at 2 o'clock at the conference center. So we will be administering flu shots, Spook the Flu, conjunction with Halloween theme. So first come, first serve, anybody that wants to sign up for a flu shot. And if our employees do not have our coverage, we will have a first come, first serve basis, so they'll still be able to get a shot as well if they sign up. Yes.
Are you administering the shots?
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't
Did
want to spook you.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Did you say we have to sign up for it, or can we
Yes.
just arrive?
You have to sign up. We have slots. But yes, so if you will email me and tell me what time you're coming, we'll make sure you have a slot.
Thank you.
And then also just a reminder for our elected officials for Thursday, October the 26th, your designated time for open enrollment to sign up for your benefits is from 5 to 6, and that's in the boardroom. That's specifically your session. So remember, there's no passive rollover, so you do have to elect benefits every year.
Mm-hmm.
Question there, Ms. Austin, 5 to 6, we just come in at any time between 5 and 6?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And that's the 26th of October.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
In the boardroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Austin, I have a question also. Will it be administering shingle shots? Well, Walmart give free shingles.
No, but we did get some feedback from our maintenance department. In the past, I'm told that they used to do pneumonia and tetanus back in the day. So we're going to look into that as well with Blue Cross Blue Shield. But no shingles, but I can look into it.
Okay. Any other questions for Ms. Austin, our Human Resource Director? Not seeing any. Thank you so much, Ms. Austin. We appreciate your
You're
presentation. Welcome. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I will open the floor to adjourn into executive session to discuss litigation and personnel matters.
So moved.
Thank you. Have a first. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving to go into executive session, to adjourn into executive session to discuss litigation of personnel matters, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned into executive session.